And welcome to the Horror Emporium. I'm Baron Von Toy. Come on, come in, come closer. I won't bite hard. Anyway, it's here that we'll talk about all things horror. We'll talk about bad horror, and we'll talk about good horror. All about video games, of course. Now, I've chosen a particular one tonight to get us started. A chiller, a movie tie-in. A movie tie-in that's good? Surely not. Well, maybe you'll remember The Thing.
If none of us make it, at least there'll be some kind of a record.
Yes, The Thing was released in 2002 as a penned sequel to the 1982 horror film. It explores what happens to the original team and centralizes itself around Captain Blake. Him and his team are sent to the iconic location to figure out what transpired there, and it really sends you waves of nostalgia, revisiting areas seen in the movie with props and even a voice clip from McCready himself. Also, Blake manages to slip in a few dialogue homages too.
Now I'm gonna show you what I already know.
The game was also fully supported by the original film's director, John Carpenter, and he actually cameos and provides a voice for an uncredited NPC, knowing this is fun when you're playing through and trying to pick him out. I absolutely love this type of horror game. Third person, team of people going into an unknown situation to be confronted by a force far greater than their own. It's a classic tale and told many times, and it works perfectly well here too. It has all the standard third-person horror game moves, running, crouching, item management, and survival elements. You can't stay outside for too long, or you'll freeze to death. But the main focus of gameplay is based around your team and the trust you have between you. Or not. It's here where the game introduces its best feature, a fear trust system. You see, as you're playing, your teammates can start to distrust you. It can all get horribly, horribly messy. And of course, if you're a fan of the film, then you're well aware that anyone can be the Thing. You can reassure your team by handing out some of your own ammo, giving a scared team member a gun, or you can even test your blood in front of them with a blood kit. Just like in the movie. You need your team to help with certain things. Soldiers are good at fighting.
I'm locked, loaded, and ready to make shit dead.
Engineers can fix fuse boxes that can unlock doors.
Blake, you need anything repaired or even a simple bypass and I'm your man.
And medics can patch you up when you're injured.
If any of you take on any damage, get back to me ASAP and I'll help you out. I'm not carrying any dead bodies back.
Keeping them alive and safe is all part of the fun, and losing them can be very bad if you're in a tight spot. They can also get super freaked out too. If they see a room covered in blood and bodies, well, like most people, they'll throw up and not want to continue. So handing them a gun will make them feel a little bit safer.
All right, I'm okay.
But if they get super freaked out, like brown trouser moment, they can lose their minds and attack you, hurt themselves, or even die of a heart attack. Now, there are plenty of enemies in The Thing, and I would say that the emphasis is more on action gameplay than the scares. The gun auto-aims and you fire away. Small enemies aren't ever an issue, but the bigger ones, the walkers, they are the ones that will make you panic. You have to weaken them down with bullets, then once they are weak, whip out a flamethrower and toast them good. Like in the film, fire is the only way to kill them. It makes it a difficult game, trying to balance your ammo and fuel, and you're always wary of how much you're using. Do you give your gun and ammo to a team member to calm them down? Remember, anyone can be the Thing. You can even make a mistake, thinking a team member is the Thing, shoot them, and then the rest of your team will become uneasy around you. So this all sounds amazing, right? Well, it had to be scaled back due to limitations back in the day. You see, certain characters would just turn into the thing at certain scripted parts of the game, regardless of the player's input. It made the gameplay not as random as initially promised. It's here where I have to say that the thing explored some very interesting gaming mechanics, but as mentioned, it failed to deliver due to limitations. But if this was to resurface, be remade, or perhaps even these mechanics could be used for an entirely new franchise, it would be very interesting. A lot of horrors these days seem to be focused around the jump scare. Boo! And although effective, it doesn't always make for a good game. Ha! No! Of course the thing isn't perfect. It's actually quite scrappy around the edges, with low-resolution textures. You know, I bet players probably wouldn't even like to touch it these days. But you know, deep down in its frozen tundra lies some quality gameplay mechanics that frankly are lacking from today's horror. If you are a fan of the film, then the thing is definitely worth playing, or even if you are just a fan of the old third-person horror, then this may be one to break out in the winter months, with the lights down low and the volume up high. It's challenging, with a scary atmosphere and a charm that matches the movie. It did very well when it was released, and a sequel was planned and on its way. But sadly, the company Computer Artworks went into receivership in 2003, and the sequel never saw the light of day. Maybe someone will pick it up soon and make something new with it, and really refine these great trust and fear mechanics into something truly terrifying for today's market. But firing up that old console and putting a fresh disc in is all we can do at the moment. Sadly, that's all the time I've got this evening, but I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'd like to hear what you think about The Thing. Did you have it? Did you play it? Did you love it?
Did you hate it?
Let me know in the comments section down below. And if you were to bring it back, what mechanics would you add? And what would you change? I've been Baron Von Toy. This has been the Horror Emporium. Sleep tight, embrace the night, and I'll see you next time.